and I started this YouTube channel with my mum Julie, and we just wanted a way to be able to capture all the amazing experiences that we have on our travels together. And we hope to share that all with you and teach you guys things along the way and just have a lot of fun together. So we're actually leaving for a trip to Europe in exactly 1 month, which is very exciting and very nerve-wracking. I don't know if we're overly prepared or underprepared. It feels like we've done so much research and so many, like we've bought lots of things online. I've watched a million videos on what to pack, what not to pack, what to be careful of. So I've never been overseas really. I've only been to New Zealand and Fiji, which is very close to Australia. I've never been anywhere really far away, so Europe is way out of my comfort zone, but something that I've always dreamed of. And so it's very special to be experiencing this with my mum. She has actually been to Europe, and she has been to Italy, one of the places we're going, but it's been probably over 20 years since she's been there. So it's still very exciting for her to experience as well, and she hasn't done it with me. So mother-daughter experience will be very fun. So I actually am married with 3 kids, and this experience is actually a 40th year, like a 40th kind of birthday gift kind of thing to myself, because I've been wanting to go to Europe for so long. My husband is actually going to look after the kids while I'm gone, which I really appreciate. It's not an expense that we would be able to afford right now to take the entire family away. So I'm really pleased that my mum can share this with me. And honestly, from all that I've heard about Europe, it can be quite fast-paced and a little bit scary at times. And so not having the pressure of thinking, where's my children, and you know, just all of those sort of things is a little bit of a weight off the shoulders, but I'm going to miss them so much. We're going for 2.5 weeks, and like I said, we're leaving in 1 month, which will be at the end of May 2025. So where are we going? So we're actually going 2 days in London, 2 days in Paris, and 2 days in Barcelona before we get on a 10-day Mediterranean cruise. So cruising is also very new to us. The reason we partially wanted that is because it's all inclusive. The great thing about it is that you get on it while you're sleeping. It takes you to your next destination. So you basically wake up, you're in Rome, wake up, you're in Sicily, you know. So that is very enticing instead of being able to sit on a bus all day. It's also one room. You check in and then you're on that for, you know, you stay in that room. You don't have to carry your bags around to different hotels. All inclusive food and drink, yeah, and entertainment. So we do love that aspect of it, but we are also very nervous in the fact that, like, how am I going to cope being on the sea? So we have got, you know, we've got some things in case we feel sick, but neither of us get motion sickness, so we don't think it will be a problem. And it is such a big cruise line. We're going with Norwegian Cruise Line on the Breakaway. So being such a big ship, I doubt that we'll feel much of the waves and the movement, but you never know. Our one, we also chose one that had a lot of destinations, and so we only actually have 1 day at sea, 1 full day at sea. The rest of it is just traveling around Italy. So we actually get on at Barcelona, and it goes from Barcelona to France, around Italy to Malta, and then the bottom of Spain, and then we get back off in Barcelona. So, and then we fly out from Barcelona. So all up, it will be 16 days that we're away. We also have to get used to the difference in the time. So I believe Australia will be 9 hours ahead, I think, if I've got that right, or possibly 9 hours behind. But either way, yeah, there's a bit of a difference. So we have to be careful with contacting family at the right times and not ring them in the middle of the night and that sort of thing. To prepare, I've done so much research. Like, I've watched every travel video I could find. I felt like I just really wanted to get the best possible destinations and holiday that we could for the budget that we had. And we watched a lot of videos on cruises versus bus trips versus doing it yourself and public transport or hiring cars. And for being real tourists and not knowing the language and the culture, we just felt like doing a tour or doing things which is through a company which had it all planned out for us did make it a lot easier. There still is flexibility because there's some places that we go to that we still fill in the day ourselves and we haven't booked activities, but overall we have sort of organized everything that we want to do and we've paid up front for all of that. So other than doing all the research, we've purchased a lot of things that we know will help us be very organized. We watched all the tips and tricks sort of things on how to keep safe, and so we do feel fairly prepared for this trip. I've also been going on Duolingo to learn some of the language and some of just the basic kind of phrases and things that you might need to know when you're over there. So one of the things that is slightly annoying is our budget is not going to go as far as that we first thought because of the exchange rates. So we will be using pounds only in England, and then the rest of the trip will be using euros. And so, for example, if I have $100, it becomes approximately £50 or 50 euros. So it's about half of our money. So our budget definitely won't go as far as we first thought, which is disappointing. But yes, we will do the best with what we've got, and it is a lot of money to spend on an experience, but you keep these memories with you forever. And I love photography, and so I'm going to take a million photos, and I can't wait to share all those precious photos and videos with all of our family and friends. And so if you have traveled before, we would love to hear any tips and tricks that you may have for us, as we only have 1 month left to prepare before we go. And if you are excited as we are for this journey to Europe, we would love for you to watch and come along with us for our journey, and we'll be sharing videos leading up to the date and then all the time we're away. And then also when we get back, we will give some info about maybe what we learned, what we could do differently next time. My husband probably is thinking that I've got my travel all out of me and we'll be happy to stay home now, but actually people have told me that I'll just get a travel bug and can't wait to go traveling. Some people say that they even book their next holiday while on that holiday, so we'll see what happens. But I would like to take my kids with me on the next trip. My kids are of a reasonable age now, so I have a 15-year-old, 11-year-old and 7-year-old, so I'm not leaving babies behind or anything, but they would love to come on an experience with me as well, and I would definitely love to do that. So we'll have to think of somewhere special to go next time. But yeah, that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.